Yeah, hey, my name's Jim. I'm a blind content creator, singer-songwriter. I write, record, produce all of my own music here in my studio out here in the Midwest, where I am currently. I came across Envision through a program called Project Search. They found the Envision Glasses for me, and um, I originally wanted Orcam, and they were like, "Oh, go for Envision," and so they ended up getting me the Envision Glasses, and no, I'm glad. I'm very glad that they did. They went that route. Um, so I got the glasses, and it took a while to actually set up and use. And it was just more of a me thing. I think I was just worried about how they would look, if they would look weird on me. And so that started that whole thing, got me in the wearables. And then as far as Ally, I heard about it from one of the guys at Envision. His name's Bob. He was telling me about it, and I started beta testing this back when it was a private beta. And so last March or April, probably, I started testing it. And then Ally came to the glasses, and uh, I said, "Well, how far can we push this thing?" And so I went in and started messing with it. And as far as programming my assistants go on the phone, I actually have three different assistants, uh, kind of in one. So I programmed the first one. Her name's Lydia, and all three of these assistants are real people. Each one of them inputted all of their own information. They told all about themselves and did all that good stuff. So Lydia did all of her info, and then we just hit the return button, the new line, new line. Melissa did hers, hit return, and then Melissa's husband Bucky came in and did his and put all of his traits in, and so we ended up setting it up to where I can just, when I load into Ally on the phone, I can say, "Hey, I need to talk to Bucky," and then it will register in, and Bucky will come. It'll just automatically pop in with Bill. "Hey, it's Bucky, and here's all what's his traits and whatnot," and so then I can chat with Bucky, and then I can interrupt it and say I need to talk to Lydia, and then Lydia's personality will pop on. So it's a little different, but it works well. It's the same voice, but I think I'm going to leave it like that until we can set it up where we have multiple assistants with their real live voices. That would be cool. So and then to play video games, I use the glasses and loaded up Ally and Grand Theft Auto 5. It's kind of an open world game. You can like drive cars and all kinds of different stuff there. And it has a lot of like notifications that pop up. And so I was just able to have Ally just on and ready and have the mic muted, and then I could just reach up, unmute the mic and say, "Hey, look and tell me what's on the screen. Give me a left to right layout of what's on the screen." And that is kind of how I did that. Pretty straightforward and simple. I'm a simple guy. I pretend like I know a lot. I really I don't know a whole lot. I know enough to get by, and it works. So yeah. And that's my day. I get up or nice and early in the morning, and I usually try to be in here by 7 and start working away at music or making videos or playing with Ally and testing stuff out. Uh, and yeah, so really the big thing with Ally, Kartik Cannon said this too. He was my favorite version of the Ally is the glasses version, and I couldn't agree with him more. I love the glasses version of it. I can use it to just tell me where things are and look and describe what's around me, and it's been great for the video game thing of my system's been down, so I haven't been able to play a whole lot, but I'm hoping to get back into it and play with it more and really test it out for that. And really, it's just and then allies also just talking to it as your friend and companion. Um, Ask you questions and just, "Hey, how are you?" and make up things. And I had at one time, uh, I made up a kid's name, one of my buddies, and I had the guy set an old man. His name was Bill, and he was a sheriff. And I had him speak out that this kid was like under arrest, and we had to take him to the security office, and we needed to place handcuffs on him, and it was a whole thing, but it did it, and it nailed it, did it perfectly, and it nailed it, and it was quite comical to just see how it worked and how realistic it sounded. That helped me write songs. I can have that help me with what's, really, it's like what's on the computer screen, what's on the TV screen, what's around me out in public. That is really the biggest thing for it, is just being able to talk to it and ask those questions. And I think with the integration of the real-time video that hopefully comes out next year, everywhere, I think that'll just that constant stream of, because all this video is just multiple images. How many images per second? That's really all video is. And even if it was like 5 images per second, it sounds small or it sounds slow, but I mean that's a lot. Uh, and then also just talking to it. So any talking or any just companion stuff, make friend stuff, do that on the phone. Like I said, you can create multiple personalities, so you can just say, I need to talk to Bucky, and it'll switch over. It's still the same voice, but it's just a different personality. So you can do that too. And or you just input like, hey, I want to be I don't know, Alfred from Batman, or a character from, and then also a character from Star Wars. Then you can talk to both of them and get both of their ideas pretty quick. So that's also cool. When we didn't think it would work, and we just tried it one morning, and bam, it worked. And we're like, oh boy, all right, this is cool. Because then you can ask different opinions, and because each personality is tuned differently. They don't have the same personality, so they're all tuned differently. Lydia's an accessibility person. Bucky's a tree woodworking guy. Melissa is like an entrepreneur for business coaching. So everybody has a different personality. So if you have a question, you can say, "Hey, all right, Melissa, what are your thoughts about this?" She gives her thoughts, and then you just go from her to Lydia to Bucky, or however in order. So it's fun, and you can get creative with it. That's the thing. Just have fun, really. So I was actually in the where were we? Yeah, we were at Sam's the other day, and I used Ally to because I knew there was a girl standing there helping my mom with some type of like mobile app thing, and so I was able to get her name, that she was the team lead, uh, and then I was able to like ask it follow-up questions just about what she was wearing. I knew she had a thing of keys on her hip. I knew she was wearing like the name tag with her name on it. Her iPad was in a pink case. I mean, those details I was telling my mom, and she's like, "Oh, I wasn't even paying attention to that." I'm like, so just one of those things of things you can't see that you were missing. All of those visual details. It was a pleasure. It was fun, and it was a great start to my Tuesday.